Hello, Tristan Otteson.
Hello.
Hello, glad to meet you. First of all, I want to know about this documentary of yours with Turquoise Fever. Did it change your life?
Well, I wouldn't say it really changed my life. I've been around, the turquoise mines and the mining stuff since I was little tiny kid. And when I was very, very little, there would be some people would sometimes bring cameras and stuff out to the mine. So I was a little used to kind of being around that. But when it came to filming this series, it was different than I could have imagined. I guess it was a little more intense, but this series was super cool for our family.
How much will we know after we see all these documentaries? There are lots of legends about Turquoise. Can you tell us just one of them?
Yeah. After watching this documentary, you'll really get to know our family and a lot of our family's history, and how we've had, turquoise and has been a part of turquoise in our lives for a lot of generations. And when it comes to turquoise in the United States, especially in Nevada, it's touted as one of the most high grade areas in the entire world when it comes to the quality of turquoise that is mined here. The only problem is when you're mining for turquoise in Nevada, it can be extremely dangerous because of the mountainous terrain and the vicious weather cycles.
Have you ever considered to have another profession that the other members of your family? You are the third generation of miner.
Well, when I was getting older in school and stuff, my family never told me that I had to do turquoise. There was always the option to go and do other things. I was looking into, going into science fields with wildlife or fish and game, things like that. But when I just got out of school and really started getting into the sciences and the history behind turquoise, it just took over, and I've been doing that ever since.
Tell me, please, because I don't know anything about the turquoise and its action. What's the use of these nuggets that I heard it's very well sold in the market?
Can you repeat that question one more time?
How can for someone who doesn't know what's the use of the turquoise?
Okay.
What you can do with it?
Yeah. Turquoise has been used in jewelry and in ceremonial pieces for thousands of years. The first recorded instances of turquoise in use was in ancient Egypt, and there's actually turquoise inlaid on Tutankhamun's on his coffin. And so turquoise has been used for thousands and thousands of years as a sacred and a jewelry item, because it's considered the sky stone. It's the same color as the sky and has always had a deep meaning to people who've been around it or who possess it. So we mine it for use in jewelry mainly.
Is it true that it has some healing powers? Or is it just a legend?
My grandpa Lynn was the first Otteson to mine turquoise full time, and he lived to be 91 years old. So there might be a little truth to that.
Oh, that's great. I guess it's true. So it's true. And the people is buying. What is the way they can buy these nuggets?
So if they want to buy Turquoise, they can obviously come and buy it from us. We're on all social media platforms, or you could find our website if you look up Otteson Turquoise. But when buying it, you need to consider that there's a lot of imitation and there's a lot of fake turquoise, and you need to watch out for that. And you need to buy from a trusted, reliable source, especially someone who's either mined it or bought it straight from the people who mined it, so that you know you're getting natural and real turquoise.
I see. Your family came from Europe sometimes?
Yes.
From where?
The Otteson name is from Denmark, and we came over to the United States in the early 1800s.
And from the beginning, it was the mining or something else?
So the Ottesons came over in the early 1800s, and they were actually a part of the Mormon pioneer settlers who moved out west to Salt Lake City. And that's how we got out to the Western United States, and then got into the mining at a later point.
And it's a hard work, or you are just a historian and so you don't work so much?
It's a lot of work. Since my dad and my uncle and the older guys are getting older, I do a lot of the mining that, at least our part around Royston, which you'll see on the show, and the Thunderbird Turquoise mine that me and my brother have now. I do most of the work at those two.
Do they use, or do you use sometimes chemicals in this work of mining?
We tend to stay away from any sort of chemicals or chemical processes, as to keep the turquoise as natural as possible, so that when you're buying from us, you know that it came straight from the ground. Nothing was done to it other than cleaning it up and cleaning it into a stone, and that's it.
There are no ladies in this business?
The women, it tends to be, they'll do a lot of the jewelry and cutting in this business, but I've seen women out there mining too, and they're not afraid to get their hands dirty.
Oh, that's why I'm asking, because I saw somewhere that all the members of your family, but just the men, they are working, and there was no lady's name.
It depends. It comes down to the personal families. You'll see on the show, my cousin Tony and my cousin Trenton, their wives are very involved in the business, especially Tony's wife, and she'll do some of the mining herself.
And is it similar to the usual mining, or it's very different?
It's similar to the usual mining. They can do pretty much everything the guys can do. Like, of course, we would never, let them get into a situation where they would be in any danger, and obviously with ourselves also. But they mine.
I see. That's great. It's good to know. So you know how many times we will see you in this documentary?
You should see me on every episode. I'll be on there most of the time with my brother, and pretty much we are learning the ropes and learning, the business of mining underneath our father and our uncle.
I guess it will be very interesting for our people in Romania. And I'm sure they never heard about it. So it will be very good for the ladies here to know how to buy a good turquoise.
Yes.
Thank you very much for your time, and good luck with the documentary and for your business, family business.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrei.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.